Well, good evening, everyone. A very hot and humid start to our week, and our first forecast is brought to you by Stored at Home Rent-to-Own Portable Buildings in Gina. We are expecting lots of sunshine as we move into tomorrow. Temperatures, once again, will be soaring into the 90s. We're looking at highs around 95 degrees with lots of sunshine by 5 o'clock. Just a little bit more cloud cover. Temperature readings around 94 degrees. So as we head into the evening, we're still going to see a lot of warm conditions, and we do have the possibility of rain, especially for the rest of the week. We'll take a look at that coming up on ABC 31 News.
Welcome to ABC 31 News Tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Nearly 900 boys and girls from across the state met at NSU to experience firsthand how state and local government works. ABC 31's Shar Thomas has tonight's big story.
Louisiana Boys and Girls States are two different programs that share several common grounds: political leadership and new friendships. American Legion Auxiliary Girls State is a nonpartisan program that teaches young women responsible citizenship. On the other hand, Boys State, sponsored by the Louisiana Department of American Legion, is dedicated to providing a hands-on learning environment in which participants learn the ins and outs of the Louisiana political system. It's not all work. While gaining political knowledge, the boys and girls are making new friends that share the same interests. Before signing up for the program, Navy Coggins says his friends warned him that he wouldn't like it the first few days, but Coggins begs to differ.
Honestly, I've been really loving it. I've been told by my friends that have done it in the past that you're not really going to like it the first few days, but then by the end of it, you're going to get into it. But I feel like I've been into it since day one.
Austin Furman has been looking forward to this day since he could remember, with the influence of his dad.
Well, I first heard about it from my father, who was a class of 1990. He was part of the T-Funk parish, and he actually was also the district public defender, which I got elected at last night. So it's kind of cool how we both had the same parish and the same job at the same time.
The participants of the program are on day 2, and they have so much more to take in. If your child missed out on the opportunity of participating in the program, visit the website listed below.
I'm looking forward to the dance and, the social. I'm also looking forward to the state elections.
In Natchitoches, Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News.
Louisiana lawmakers scaled the so-called fiscal cliff just 3 days early. Their plan renews part of the 1 penny sales tax to generate some $463 million starting on July 1st. This, of course, was the third special session to stabilize higher education, fund TOPS, and provide other resources for the budget. Didn't meet all the governor's desires, but it did stop short of severe cuts that most lawmakers said would bring the state government into a crisis. Technically, the tax is for 45 hundredths of a penny, while the governor asked for half a penny. A weekend crash in Natchitoches Parish killed a man from Marshall, Texas. He's been identified as 72-year-old Michael Cope. Troopers say it happened on Interstate 49 when he lost control of his pickup, left the road, and hit a tree. State police have arrested a 17-year-old girl in connection with a deadly crash last March. They say she was drag racing with another car, hitting speeds in excess of 100 miles an hour. The other vehicle was reportedly driven by 19-year-old Victor Barber Jr. of Jonesville. Both teens are charged with negligent homicides, negligent injury, and drag racing, as well as reckless operation. That crash killed 18-year-old Delisha Caesar of Jonesville, who was an occupant in one of those cars. A Pollock man is arrested on drug and gun charges after Grant deputies serve a routine warrant in the Fishville community. 29-year-old Kyle Edward Ziegler is charged with illegal use of drugs in the presence of 3 children, illegal carry with drugs, and possession of meth. A Rapides deputy corrections officer was arrested for allegations of sexual misconduct with an inmate. 32-year-old Jonathan Corey DeVille of DeVille was fired as soon as he was arrested and was charged with sexual battery and malfeasance. He had served with the sheriff's office for nearly 10 years. Detectives say that complaint was filed after an inmate made a hotline call and the information was substantiated. And Grant deputies arrested 2 men after reports of gasoline thefts. Deputies say 39-year-old Hardy Dunn Jr. and 25-year-old Sean Dunn of Boyce led them on a short pursuit, and one threw a pistol out while fleeing the authorities. The older man is charged with possession of a gun with an obliterated serial number, possession by a convicted felon, meth, paraphernalia, and aggravated flight. The younger Dunn is also charged with the firearms offenses, criminal trespass, theft, obstruction of justice, paraphernalia, and criminal mischief. The North Rapids Business and Industry Alliance welcomed Rapids Parish Sheriff William Earl Hilton as the guest speaker for today's monthly meeting. Sheriff Hilton spoke on a number of topics, including the recent special session and how it will affect the future of Louisiana's Department of Corrections.
I'm satisfied. The governor had asked for half a cent, and he got .45. That's close. And I've been in contact with our office in Baton Rouge today. They're happy with the .45. I believe we're going to make it work. I know that our work release program is funded, reentry program is funded. We may be a little short on the per diem that is paid to house these state inmates, but we have enough money, I believe, in the Department of Corrections to carry us through the spring of next year. And there's some things that can be done then to increase the budget. You know, they could do some budget amendments down there, move some money around. And then we don't know what the this .45 is going to generate in revenue too. It may be more than what's anticipated.
Senators gave final passage to a sales tax renewal bill yesterday afternoon. The Food Bank of Central Louisiana is working on an expansion project for their school food pantry program. It's looking to open more pantries in LaSalle, Wynne, and Allen parishes.
It's a full food pantry at schools located through our service area. What we were finding was we have some communities where we don't have enough food pantries, and we know there are a lot of schools in high need area where we wanted to make sure that families and children were getting enough food to eat. You know, we have our backpack program, which is wonderful, but that really is providing food for that one child and maybe another sibling. What we are able to do with this program is to provide food for the whole family, and not just non-perishable food, but we're able to purchase produce and have perishable food as well. So the site is set up, like I said, like a regular food pantry. There's a cooler, there's a freezer.
You can contact the Food Bank of Central Louisiana to learn more about the school food pantry program. Well, over the weekend, a new Miss Louisiana received her crown. Out of 33 young women, Holly Conway of Monroe was crowned the 2018 Miss Louisiana. Conway is a graduate of Northwestern State University, and along with her winning the title, she also earned a $10,000 scholarship.
It was unreal. I didn't really understand that it was me, and for a few seconds, I'm just so grateful. I'm so blessed to have this opportunity.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm Holly. I grew up in Monroe, Louisiana. I graduated from Northwestern State University in 2016, and the past year and a half, I've been working as a Playlist Productions performer on Carnival Cruise Line.
What have you learned through this experience?
Oh, that you have to trust your journey. I took a year off and I came back. I thought I was done, but in honesty, I was growing into the woman I needed to be to get here.
Emily Randon of Covington was the first runner-up, and Anna Blake of Ruston was second. Holly will represent the state of Louisiana in the Miss America pageant coming up in September. She hopes to be the first Miss Louisiana to win the Miss America title. When dusk fell over the Red River this weekend, it was time to race. Steps Senla supporters dashed through the runner's chute to embark on a 1-mile fun run. At the end of the course, participants crossed the finish line to celebrate with a Glowfest block party. It was jam-packed with black lights, music, dance, and foam cannon explosions.
Only one doctor brings health right to your home.
Every day is a new chance for change, and everyone can start right now.
Make an appointment with Dr. Oz. Check in for your daily checkup.
Enter to win free tickets to Splash Kingdom Water Park in Shreveport, courtesy of KLAX TV. Each winner gets a family 4-pack and a great day of fun. Enter on our website, on Facebook, or on Twitter, and register to win today.
Welcome back, everyone. It's definitely been a hot start to our week. More sunshine tomorrow means that those temperatures will continue to be on the rise. So another hot and humid day, and that will last through midweek. And then by the latter part of this week, we do have the possibility of an afternoon thunderstorm or two. And of course, that will provide a little bit of shade and maybe a little bit of raindrops out there, which will help to cool things off temporarily. But temperature-wise, for the next few days, it will feel like between 100 to 105 degrees just because of the high humidity. Today, our high was 95 degrees in Alexandria, 93 degrees in Leesville, just a tad cooler in Lake Charles at 91 degrees. But our dew points right now sitting at 73 degrees, so a very steamy air, and we're going to continue that unfortunately, for quite a while. So this is the first full week of summer, and it's going to feel like it. 95 degrees for the high tomorrow, as well as on Wednesday. A little bit more as we head into your Thursday and Friday. But take a look at what it feels like, 170 degrees out there. You factor in the humidity and if you're standing out in the sun. So it's going to definitely feel hot out there. So if you are going to be outside for an extended period of time, you want to drink a lot of water or just seek some shade and take a lot of breaks out there, because we are going to see very hot and humid conditions for quite a while. We don't have a lot of rain going on, but most of the rain, well, to our east in Alabama and also in Georgia into the Carolinas. But overall, I think we are going to see a ridge of high pressure build in, and that will keep things hot here. And in addition to that, it will kick those winds in from the south, and so that's going to bring that steamy air northward. So again, hot and humid, definitely sweating out there just walking out the door just because of that high humidity. Here's a look at your forecast. Temperatures drop down to around 74 degrees in Alexandria. Mostly clear conditions tonight, but it will be humid, and another humid day tomorrow. Temperatures around 95 degrees in Alexandria, 94 degrees in Boise and Otis, around 94 as well. Mostly sunny during the day. Winds will be light, coming from the south-southwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. We are expecting mid-afternoon temperatures to be in the mid to upper 90s, 95 for Wednesday. Mostly sunny conditions, then maybe just a few more clouds in our sky on Thursday and Friday, especially in the afternoon. Temperatures climbing to around 96 degrees. We do have the possibility of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon as well. Over the weekend, we're going to start off with sunny conditions, at least for the first half of the day. And then by the afternoon hours, we are expecting a little bit more cloud cover, and we do have the possibility of more rain. Temperatures, though, will be close to 100 degrees as we head into your Saturday. So the temperatures will be well above normal. We drop down a little bit as we approach early next week. 91 degrees for the afternoon high. Plenty of sunshine for your Monday. So it's going to be pretty hot for quite a while. Scott?
All right, thank you, Kim. Type 1 diabetes. More than 1 million people in the U.S. deal with it every day. There may be a new treatment, though, from an old drug. With more, here's Stephanie Ramos.
There's a tuberculosis vaccine widely used in other countries called BCG. And once research is complete, it could end up treating diabetics in the U.S. The BCG vaccine is used to prevent childhood tuberculosis effects on the brain. But a new study tried it out on type 1 diabetes, the type many Americans are diagnosed with in childhood and adolescence. Blood sugar levels of diabetics who got the vaccine didn't change much at first, but 3 and 4 years later, blood sugar levels were greatly improved. Researchers think the BCG vaccine does this by preventing the autoimmune effects of type 1 diabetes. The study was 8 years long and had a huge impact on the understanding of the vaccine's effect on glucose breakdown. Research is slated to continue until it's proven in larger studies. No date on when it might be available for use or how much it will cost, but for type 1 diabetics, this vaccine might be some welcomed news. With this Medical Minute, I'm Stephanie Ramos.
When temperatures rise, some don't always have the luxury of turning on a thermostat. That's why KLAX TV and area businesses have teamed up to form the Spring Fan Drive for the elderly. You can help by dropping off a fan at a location near you. Fans will be collected and distributed by each parish's Council on Aging provider. Remember, keeping cool isn't something that comes easy for everyone. Help us to bring some relief from the summer heat to those less fortunate.
Good evening and welcome back to KLAX ABC31 Sports. I'm Zach Seminar. At any level of motorsports, drivers put their lives on the line, all for the love of the sport. But with the thrills comes the risk of serious injury and even death, and that was sadly realized at a rural Wisconsin dirt track over the weekend. World of Outlaws sprint car driver and Louisiana's own Jason Johnson died after sustaining injuries in a scary crash on Saturday night at Beaver Dam Raceway in Wisconsin. Johnson, who hails from nearby Eunice, was just 41 years old. The Series 2015 Rookie of the Year crashed on the 18th lap of the feature event while racing for the lead. His car flipped and went through billboards outside of Turn 3. Johnson becomes the second driver in 4 years to die in a sprint car crash at the 3rd Mile Clay Oval. Widely regarded as one of the top 5 or 10 sprint car drivers in the world, Johnson burst out of the scene in 2016 and known as the Ragin' Cajun. Johnson won the 2016 Knoxville Nationals. That's kind of like the Super Bowl of winged sprint car racing. Of course, our condolences going out to the Johnson family. I've actually been at Beaver Dam Raceway and watched many sprint car races across the country, so our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family.
Absolutely. Just a reminder of how dangerous racing really can be.
And how fragile life is altogether.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach. Well, thanks for watching ABC 31 News. Have a great night.
To catch a killer, you gather the evidence.
There's blood on the screen.
And build a picture-perfect case.
One of you stabbed her 12 times.
Hold on, there, FBI. Bones Weekends.
Weekends on KLAX TV.
Medical examiner.
Detective, homicide.
I can't write you a prescription.
These are my date clips.
Ding.
Then I had to chase this guy all the way down to Fenway.
We should do this again sometime.
Rizzoli and Isles, a perfect match.
Weekends at 11 on KLAX TV.